Calling all stations. Clear the air lanes. Clear all air lanes for the big broadcast.
He disappeared over 65 million years ago. Now he's back. From the Bedrock Studios at WJOB in Hammond, it's T-Rex Live.
Quiet, numbskulls, I'm broadcasting.
Do you solemnly swear to tell the truth, all the truth, and nothing but the truth? Huh? Do you solemnly swear to tell the truth, all the truth, and nothing but the truth?
Are you trying to give me the double talk?
Do you solemnly swear to tell the truth, all the truth, and nothing but the truth?
Why don't you answer him?
He's talking pig Latin. I don't know what he's saying.
He's asking you if you swear.
No, but I know all the words.
How about face?
I won't do it. He don't pay my salary. It's a guy with a beard. I'll get up.
Let's get back to what's coming out, which is going to be The Right. It's going to debut this weekend. A lot of mixed reviews. I mean, a lot of people are anticipating it because Anthony Hopkins is in it and so on. A lot of people a little leery about it because, well, there's been, to me, from what I've seen in the trailer, it's kind of sort of similar to The Exorcist.
That's right.
To a degree, you know, give or take a few minor differences. From what I read, it's basically a priest who's been doing, from what you said, you told me this too, was he's been doing exorcisms
all
forever.
Of his life, basically.
He's a priest, and he's been doing it all his life. It's like a profession for him. And he's doing this one last one, or one of the final ones before I guess he retires or whatever. And it backfires somehow, and he ends up being possessed, and chaos ensues from that point on. Now, who else is acting in this? Do you know? Anyone else?
As far as I've known, the only big name that they have in this movie is Anthony Hopkins. I mean, I think the producer and the director went and branched out for some smaller names, which they haven't really released yet. And probably they won't release until the movie actually comes out and you get the reviews out. So, I mean, the only big name that has really been noticed or really been seen has been Anthony Hopkins.
Right. So, hey, I'm gonna go check it out. Maybe you and me and Des can go check it out tomorrow night.
Man.
Because she's a huge horror kind of picture person. She loves that kind of stuff, and that's sort of borderline with that. So maybe she'll be interested in that. We'll kick that around.
It should give her a good fright.
Shut up.
Oh, come on.
That's
It was
scaring
worth a shot.
people. The phone line's 219-845-1100. Hello.
D-Rex, Dave from Highland.
Hey, D of H. What's up, man?
There's a life lesson to be learned by that new Anthony Hopkins movie.
Oh, really? What's that?
It's that one last exorcism.
Yeah.
It's just like that one last shot before you leave the bar, or that one last beer that you probably shouldn't have.
Ah.
See?
I see where you're going with that.
Excess. Yeah, excess. And you shouldn't, in regards to anything. Too much of anything is not good for you.
It can indeed backfire, and that sounds what this story's about, Dave.
It's all about the big picture, my man.
Yeah, well, apparently Anthony Hopkins didn't get the memo, so...
It's that one last lap dance. You probably should have left the club. You know, it's all the one last things you probably shouldn't do.
You realize he's a sir, by the way. He's been knighted by the Queen and everything.
Well,
and he played Hannibal, so he can chop you up.
He gets the VIP treatment when he goes to those places.
Everyone's buying him a drink, I'm sure.
Yeah. Can you imagine the last time he bought himself a drink? I don't think that's been.
He's never had to.
Well, probably the last time he did that was he was in his 20s. What is he now, like 60-something?
At least.
Yeah, exactly. So my one favorite line from Silence of the Lambs, when he's in the suit.
Yeah.
And the senator's in front of him.
Oh, Lord.
And he says, "Oh, by the way, Senator, love your suit." My favorite line. The creepiest and funniest line in the whole movie.
Hey, maybe we should use that around political time, huh?
There you go. Take care, guys.
Take it easy,
Dave.
Hey, Senator. Hey, Mr. Mayor. I love your suit.
Love your suit, man.
All right, that's it. I'm not coming on the show no more. Speaker people are nuts. But, no, I don't know. I'm sure, I don't know. Anthony Hopkins, he's a unique character. I mean, he still manages to bang out some good ones. I mean...
Oh, definitely.
The Werewolf, I mean, a lot of mixed reviews on that one. I thought it was okay for what it was, and he did an excellent kind of job doing so. I didn't see the curveball in that one, to be honest.
No, and then the movie he had before that, it was called Hearts in Atlantis. If you definitely have a chance to see that one, man, you ought to talk about a movie that completely changes your views and shows you how versatile a character Anthony Hopkins can play, definitely see that one.
Well, I mean, I didn't see that one, so I can't really talk about it. But what was the gist of that one, though?
I mean, it was just basically, like, the entire storyline is a guy just looking at his life, and, you know, he's kind of like the old-time medicine man. Like, he'll see something, and he'll want to fix it right away. So, it definitely, if you have a chance, check it out. It's definitely worth the see.
All right, fair enough. Any new stuff coming out on DVD right now? I know.
Yeah, man.
What's that?
Dude, my family and I had the opportunity this past week to see the movie Secretariat.
No, go ahead.
And here's another one. It's a very heartwarming story. If you were around in the, you know, Secretariat legacy days, as they call it, you know, and seeing all the, you know, difficulties his horse went against, and seeing how, like, his owner and the family, all the troubles they went against, you really just find a newfound love for, like, this type of sport, and, you know, see what owners of horses nowadays are going through. So it was definitely a heartwarming story, and it's really interesting because the woman who originally owns Secretariat, you know, is in the movie. She has her, you know, cameo appearances, and at the end of the movie, she'll give you, like, the whole commentary of, you know, how this happened and what her and her family went through throughout this entire experience.
Yeah, okay, right on. So if you're into horses and gambling, we got a movie for you. So we'll go ahead and endorse that one, I suppose, right?
Oh, why not, man?
I guess so. All right, and also I believe Red with Bruce Willis is supposed to be out on DVD now, and Blu-ray, by the way.
That's
so,
right.
So if you're not interested in going out to the theaters, can't make it, or whatever the case may be, or you just don't want to get snowed on, and I can totally understand that.
Definitely.
Go to your local, you know, Netflix or whatever it is you use to rent movies, and check some of these that are out on DVD right now, and rent them. And take care of yourself this weekend.
Curl up with a nice big bowl of chicken soup nowadays.
As Tony from Munster is all about that, let me tell you.
Oh, heck yeah.
So on next week, of course, we're going to have another round of entertainment, see what's coming out. Maybe we'll do a review of the Right. Next week, we'll give a rundown of it if we get a chance to see it this weekend, and let the folks know what it was about, whether we give it a yay or a nay, and so on and so forth. And pretty much set them up and tell them whether or not we should endorse it or not. Because right now we're still on the fence officially.
Right.